You know, in a world that seems to change by the minute, that beautiful strategic plan you have, it's probably out of date the second the ink is dry. So how do you even begin to build a strategy that doesn't just survive, but actually thrives on all this unpredictability? Today, we're diving into what we call the unplan. Seriously, think about that 5-year plan for a second, that big, hefty document you and your team spent months perfecting. It was most likely built for a world that, well, doesn't really exist anymore. Sound familiar? It's a huge frustration for leaders everywhere. Knowing your roadmap is already pointing you toward a past destination. And that frustration, it has a name. We call it the rigidity problem. It's this fundamental flaw that's kind of baked right into the DNA of traditional strategic planning, where we treat the plan like it's this sacred, unchangeable text. I mean, think about it. A static plan is like having a super detailed map for a country where the landscape is constantly shifting under your feet. It becomes useless the moment a new mountain or a huge game-changing opportunity just pops up out of nowhere. This kind of rigidity doesn't just hold you back, it leaves you totally vulnerable, unable to grab those moments that could literally define your success. So what's the alternative? This is where we need a pretty fundamental mindset shift. We have to stop seeing strategy as some fixed document collecting dust on a shelf and start treating it as what it should be, a living, breathing framework. And this slide, I think, lays out the difference perfectly. The old way, over on the left, that's like a stone tablet. It's heavy, it's done once a year, and it's built to resist change. But the new way? It's more like a living plant. It's designed to grow, to adapt, and to actually use change as fuel. It's this continuous process, not some stuffy, once-a-year event. And all this brings us to a concept called agile strategic planning. Now, let's be really clear. This is not about chaos. It's not about having no plan at all. In fact, it's exact opposite. It's all about having a crystal clear destination. You know exactly where you're going, but you're allowing for a bunch of different paths to get there as the world changes around you. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That all sounds great in theory, right? But how in the world do you actually build this kind of flexibility into your planning right from the get-go? Well, let's break it down. It really boils down to 3 core practices. First up, you need feedback loops, so you're constantly checking your assumptions against what's happening in the real world. Second, scenario thinking, basically gaming out a few different futures, so you're never caught completely by surprise. And third, making iterative adjustments. We're talking small, smart course corrections all the time, instead of one massive, risky overhaul every couple of years. And the goal here is absolutely crucial. This isn't about being reactive, just chasing every shiny new trend that pops up. No way. It's about being responsive. It's about intelligently taking in new information to make smarter decisions, making sure your strategy is actually learning and evolving right along with the world around it. Of course, you can have the most flexible plan in the world, but it's totally useless without agile execution. If your organization is just tangled up in bureaucracy and red tape, that beautiful, flexible plan, it's dead on arrival. Right, so executing with agility really depends on 3 things working together in harmony. You've got to empower your teams to actually make decisions. You need to decentralize that decision-making so it happens quickly on the front lines, not weeks later in a boardroom. And to make sure all that doesn't just turn into chaos, you need absolutely crystal clear communication, keeping everyone locked on the same big picture goal, even when the day-to-day tactics are shifting. I love this quote because it just gets right to the heart of it all. Agility in execution is really all about trust and empowerment. It's about giving the people who are closest to the problem the authority and the information they need to act and act fast without getting stuck in some endless chain of approvals. Okay, so you've done all this hard work, you've shifted your planning, you've totally changed how you execute. What's the big payoff here? What does this transformation really get you as a leader and for your whole organization? At the end of the day, it all comes down to one incredibly powerful word: confidence. Instead of fearing uncertainty, you gain the confidence to lead right through it. You start to build this deep-seated trust that your organization has the muscle and the mindset to handle pretty much whatever the world decides to throw at it. And that confidence doesn't just appear out of thin air. It's built on these other 2 crucial pillars. Your organization becomes nimble so it can pivot quickly. It becomes resilient so it can take a hit and bounce back even stronger. And when you put those 2 together, that's when you get confident leadership and a truly adaptable organization. So I want to leave you with this question. forget trying to overhaul everything overnight. What's one small step, just one thing, you can do this week to start breathing a little more life into your strategy? Maybe it's setting up one new feedback loop or just having a single what-if session. That small first step, that's how this whole transformation begins.